Well, it's Scramble Day here on Salty Birdie Golf. Got a scramble going on at the Dunedin Golf Club. Have you played in a scramble before? Going to talk about some of the things that you encounter when you are participating in a scramble. Stay tuned. So if you've golfed for any period of time, you've probably participated in a scramble. But for those of you that haven't, a scramble is known as sometimes a better ball tournament. It's an opportunity for each player, whether it be groups of 2 or 4, to hit their tee shot and then go out and pick which shot they feel is the best. And then from that position, everybody in the group, the 2 people or the 4 people, are going to hit the second shot from that second location, from the best location that they found. Now, this creates some issues and some opportunities. Some of the issues that you face with this are the pressure that you have. Kind of like if you are giving a presentation with a team, you don't want to let the other members of the team down. You feel an extra level of pressure as you stand over the ball because it comes down to your shot, especially if you're in a 2-person group. The pressure intensifies because you don't want to let down the other person. If you're in a 4-person group, as the people hit the ball, if the first person hits their tee shot and it goes off into the right in the woods, and then the second person hits their tee shot and it goes off to the left in the woods, and then the third person barely tops the ball and it only goes barely past the next set of tees, then here you are standing over your shot knowing that your entire team is counting on you to be able to put one in the fairway. That's a pressure that is very difficult to replicate when you're out practicing, or even when you're just playing on your own. When you're playing on your own, it's almost a little bit easier to just shrug it off and go on. Now, some of the positives to being able to play in a scramble is that some of the pressure can come off. If you already have a ball in the fairway, if somebody else has already played a good shot, then you have the opportunity to take a deep breath, actually just focus on making a smooth swing and being able to get your shot out to the desired location in the fairway or on the green. Also, a benefit is on the putting green, is being able to watch and read putts. It's interesting when you play with a regular foursome, a lot of times individuals are not watching your specific putt, your speed. They're so focused in on their own particular shot that they're not paying attention to what the break or the pace is with others. When you're in a 2-person or 4-person group in a scramble, you're really watching where the line is, and it really gives you an opportunity to improve as to hitting the putt too much, too little. Again, the pressure can come up if you're the 3rd or 4th person in the group and you're facing the putt, the 3, 4, 5, 6 footer, and everybody else has missed it because it looks like it's a unmakeable putt. So those are some things that we run into with the scramble of being able to go with it. Another aspect that does come in, even in the corporate outings or just with the scramble, is it also gives an opportunity to socialize with others, to get to know the members of your group, and introduce a little liquid lubricant, some beer, wine, mixers, those types of things, and suddenly people feel more relaxed and they're able to focus on things. Scores can be low, and that can be a bit intimidating because it's something that you yourself are not used to shooting par or under par. So we'll see how it's going. I've got another new member today that I'm going to be meeting for the first time, that I'm going to be partnered up with, and we'll see how that goes as well. Have the opportunity to socialize, get to know them, and focus on playing my game and having some fun out here. So if you've participated in a scramble, if you have some of the experiences, or if there's something that I missed as far as the pros and cons that you have had yourself, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to find out more about your experience that you've had with the scramble or your different groups. Now, one thing that personally dealing with today is that I woke up this morning and everything has a bit of a sway to the left. Now, I may be just here, but internally, within my brain, my vision, those types of things, I feel like everything is actually drifting over to the left. So really having to spend some time today as to focusing and centering and bringing myself back to center to go into it. Of course, golfers are like fishermen. I think that well, there's all types of excuses that we can have. Just stating the facts to help myself document the journey. Maybe this will help others. And I'll talk about post-round. What did I notice? How did it affect me throughout the day? So finally met my partner Jim here.
It's been 2 weeks finding out who he was, and it would have been easy to spot him because he's taller than me by a foot.
I do stand out in the crowd. So got our first tee shot done. Luckily we were the last group off, so we didn't have to go through a lot of the first tee jitters, but let's see how low we can go today.
Yeah, we're going to work on it.
By low we mean how many golf balls will be left in our bag by the time we're done. All right, 1 over after 3. And I'm telling you, the second hole should be a par 5, especially blowing in the wind today. But we'll take it, even par. And now we head back the other direction. Just in case you don't know where we're at, see, there's the little cart. Newfangled, you gotta love technology.
Oh, it's got everything.
So these newfangled carts that get within 30 yards of the green, they automatically shut off. And some of these cart paths, I tell you, are 31 yards away from the green. So they end up just shutting off for no reason whatsoever.
Whoops. Back there, back to the right someplace. I heard it land.
We really don't really mind hitting the ball off balance now, do we?
Okay, go ahead and report me, thanks. Oh, you did it?
Okay, honest. When was the last time you were 2 under par through 9 holes?
Oh, it's been 20 years.
Okay. So I've been talking about on the scramble. Does that make a difference to you being that low? Does it kind of get a little mental as to, oh my goodness, this isn't what I'm used to seeing on the scorecard? It is for me.
No, it's wonderful. It's kind of fun. You almost, I played in a lot of scrambles, and I almost feel like you got to be on the clock during the round.
Yeah, for sure. Because there are some folks, when we see the scores that are posted, that are going to be very low.
Oh, nice putt.
Nice putt.
So that's where the term salty birdie comes in. Because in the words of the notorious Conor McGregor, it wasn't worth recording anyway. It really wasn't.
That's what I meant.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah,
Did a great ball.
You guys got time for a beer?
I'm going in. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
I gotta admit, it's a great way to start the year.
Yes. I mean, playing golf.
Playing
First day
golf.
of the year.
Other people are shoveling snow.
Or staying inside because they can.
That's correct. We want everybody to be safe and have a safe and happy new year. That's correct. But what do we end up with? Or can we count that high?
Well, we're basically 5 over. No, we're probably 8 over. We're 2 over on the front, and we're +1 here, so we're +7. We're +9.
9 over.
9
But
over.
you know,
And 5 there, so.
would we take that in a regular round?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll take a 9
anytime.
over.
Anytime.
18, 24, 34, 39. Oh, had 9, 18, 27, 37, 42. We're 79. 42. I got the scores in right. And we're 37 on the front, so I got that already right. So we're 79. I missed a plus in there someplace.
We've got the whatever hat we need. We've got the cart. We've got our shag bags, our clothes, shoes to change into. You've got everything set up here. This is absolutely fantastic. I aspire to this.
I have been doing this for a long time. My wife and I travel. We find a golf course to play in the morning.
Okay.
Stay overnight, and wherever that golf course is at, we drive 4 or 5 hours the next afternoon to where we're at the next golf course, and then we play in the morning again. It's when we travel. We haven't traveled for a while now. It's been kind of tough with this.
Oh yeah, this has shut a lot of people down, but at least we can come out here to the course. But that's a salty birdie lifestyle. We love it.
It's what it is. We enjoy every minute of it. She's a pretty good golfer. I mean, she's a 23 handicap for a woman. That's
fantastic. Yep.
And we travel in this. We got
awesome.
Clubs in the back, clubs in the middle, and
awesome.
It's fun.
Off you go. So finished up. Part of me really enjoyed getting out there, getting to golf with others versus some of the practice that I've been doing. The social aspects of the golf game were very good. Another part of me looked at 2 things in the recovery. I probably overdid it this week. As my wife likes to say, I needed to pace myself a little bit more. Ran into some times, even when I woke up this morning, I was to the left, and I never really found something to anchor or center myself. So that's something in my therapy sessions I'm going to bring up and actually talk to them about how to be able to have focal points, or I really don't even know where to start. In the swing and the golf game, inconsistent, but it's nice. That was one of the pros of being able to lean on a partner. We had some good holes, birdies, and then we would turn around and throw it away with a double, especially I think on a couple of the par 3s. So all in all, again, like we said earlier, an absolutely beautiful day to be out here, the sunshine, to be able to enjoy this. A little bit of a breeze, but it was a fantastic day out here, and really nice to be able to join the Men's Golf Association and to enjoy our time here. So we're going to find out what the score is. I appreciate you watching here. We'll post some information here what the score is. Love that you've stayed this long in the video. Would love for you to give a like. Leave a comment for me. I know that is something that is very much needed for YouTube. Let me know your experience with scrambles and what you think of the video and the channel. Until next time, enjoy your salty birdie lifestyle.
Chatter, 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 chatter.
We get some for high score. We get some for high score.
Yeah.
Another drink.
We get a bucket of practice balls.